acting speaker ahead of what is going to happen, which is Mama Jimo. The power, the constitution, the House rule, Section 4 of our House rule empowers him to speak to me as the majority leader and the minority leader to make a proclamation, which he quickly did, make a proclamation for us not to sit on Tuesday, that we will be sitting on Thursday.
How did you make the proclamation when the House was not sitting?
If for example, the House is expected to sit tomorrow for any reason whatsoever, if the House is not going to sit, I mean, if there's going to be any reason whatsoever, like I said, the Speaker has the right to make a proclamation. What we do in our own case, he sent us a text messages through the director protocol. So the moment we receive the text message, we know there's no sitting.
So who sent the message? The Speaker sent the message?
The Speaker ordered the director protocol to send messages, which we all received. And based on that, but despite the proclamation, some group of people, 5 precisely, went to the Deputy Governor's house.
Did they receive the message?
Yeah, sure. What make me receive, make sure they receive too. So they went to the Deputy Governor's house, had series of meetings.
Who was the Deputy Governor at the time?
So that time, Achuba has been sworn in, which is the current Deputy Governor. Because the Deputy Governor actually invited so many people from our group to his house. He wants to hold meeting with them, and he told them what he wanted. But those people came back to us to tell us this is what the Deputy Governor say. So at that point, we said, no, this couldn't have happened. We're not supposed to sit today. Even if Mama Jima will go for any reason, it should be an agreement within the members. It shouldn't be saying, oh, today you must go. And at that point, 5 of us rather, out of the 20 sitting members were with the in the Deputy Governor's house. And what they did was go to the floor of the house. They went to the house because already there was a proclamation, so the chamber wouldn't have been open for them. They went to the office of the chief whip, had a meeting, and they know what they wanted to do and just came out, addressed the press, say, well, they have changed the leadership of the house. And meanwhile, 15 of us are together in the house of the Mr. Speaker. And so when we heard of what they were doing, we passed vote of confidence on the leadership of Momo Jimo. So that was the crisis on the same 16th.
Where was this?
In the house of Speaker Momo Jimo in our legislative quarter.
You passed the vote of confidence
because we were not supposed to sit for that day.
So why did you pass the vote of confidence?
Yeah, we can meet. No, we were not supposed to sit that particular day. So in view of the crisis that was going on, we're in a meeting. Yeah, we are allowed to hold meeting even if we are not sitting.
Granted. Are you saying that you converted that meeting into a formal legislative sitting wherein you passed a vote of confidence?
A vote of confidence can be passed even without normal sitting. It's not necessarily a legislative issue. We can sit anywhere.
But were you conducting legislative business?
Will that be binding?
Yeah, vote of confidence is just to reassure that, okay, we are together. That is what it means. It's not necessarily saying a vote of confidence has not, even if you do that even if you do that on the floor of the house, it does not go beyond there.
We know that these are lawmakers, and the business of lawmaking shouldn't happen in someone's sitting room or living room. It should be right within the precinct of the assembly complex. And if you say you're passing a vote of confidence, and that vote of confidence is based on the office held by that individual, it has to be within the precinct of the assembly.
Yeah, the issue here is this. On the 16th, this particular day on the 16th, issues were already on ground. Some group of people, 5, like I said, are already in the Deputy Governor's house holding their own meeting. We, 15, we are holding our own meeting.
Where's the mace?
The mace of the house, as at that time, is in the House of Assembly. Because we're not supposed to sit on that same day.
So no group has it?
No group has it.
Locked up in the assembly?
Yeah.
So, wait, those meetings that were held in separate areas, which was not on the floor of the House, does that then mean that both groups are now taking resolutions from those meetings as though you had a formal sitting?
No.
So what importance is the vote of confidence if it's not?
No, the vote of confidence, which I said was, the game here is that we saw the executives deceived us into certain action. I must confess that they deceived us into particularly approve the deputy governor and then start problem in the house. That was why we said no completely to this issue. That in as much we agree that status quo remains, and the government, the executive does not kick against that status quo remain, sent the list of the deputy governor, sent the list of SSAs to be appointed, which we have empowered him to do by giving our consent. So in the next 1 week, that was supposed to be our sitting, the idea of impeaching or removing the leadership of the house, particularly Momo Jimo, wouldn't have come in place.
Let me understand something, because earlier on you said that they had that meeting with the governor, and then you had agreed that Momo Jimo was going to resign, and Momo Jimo himself agreed to resign.
Yeah.
And then subsequently you then said that you did not agree that Momo Jimo should resign.
No, I didn't say Momo Jimo. I didn't say we didn't agree for Momo Jimo to resign. Momo Jimo agreed to resign on the meeting we had with the governor. But the stalemate we had was that the governor told us his own preferred candidate, that this Honorable Umar Imam will be the speaker. So that does not go down well with the house, with at least the group of he inherited 2 groups. Momo Jimo belongs to one of the group at that time, before the governor came in. So the other group, which was not Momo Jimo, who was even the largest group of 17, says no, we cannot agree. If you want us to choose, we have agreed with you, okay, speaker is coming to West. Allow people from the West or the general house to sit and determine who is our speaker. The governor said no, it must be this person. We had that meeting 3 times with him. Precisely, we had the meeting on the 2nd, on the 4th, and on the 6th. When there was no resolution as to who will be the speaker, Momo Jimo couldn't have just resigned outside the chamber. He must be on the floor of the house to resign.
So Momo Jimo has not officially resigned?
He has not officially resigned.
But he has agreed to step down?
But he has agreed to step down because the governor is from his own zone.
The impeachment that was done by the 5 members, as you said, wasn't done on the floor of the house?
No.
That was done at the deputy governor's house?
No, not deputy governor's house. Well, what happened, what we saw was, they only went to the house on that day, came out and addressed press that they have removed the leadership of the house.
They went to,
and in the first place, they don't even
assembly complex.
Yeah. In the first place, they don't even form a quorum to transact any legislative business.
Did they sit?
No, there was no sitting.
There was no sitting.
No
but
sitting.
They were there.
The 5 of them were there to address press that they have changed the leadership of the house. And by the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Section 96, which says a quorum of a house shall be 1/3 of all members of the house. The Constitution does not envisage somebody is going for rerun election. So as far as we are concerned, we have a house of 25 members. So, and the house of 25 members, our quorum is 9 for any legislative business to take place.
So in your opinion, and based on the Constitution you just quoted, that move is invalid?
It's invalid, extremely. In fact, even our own, even our own house rule makes it more compounded for them.
How?
Yes, I can just read for you our house rule. Section 14 of our house rule says, the quorum of the House of Assembly shall not be less than 1/2 of members of all the members of the house. 1/2, which means there must be 13 members to form a quorum to see. That is what our own house rule says. Okay. So, but our house rule does not supersede the Constitution. Constitution says 1/3. So let's even go in by 1/3. The quorum of the house should be 9.
So at the end of the day, that house hasn't sat?
No.
But have you been collecting your salaries and allowances?
Well, salary of allowances has been, actually, we got the salary for November, but the one for December till date has not been paid. And other 5 has been enjoying their own salary.
Okay, the other 5 people have been getting...
Oh, sure. They've been getting their salaries and benefits. But to us, we were told that the money is there, it's been released. The government, part of the problem we have, like I said, is that we are not independent. So